Okay, hello. Hello, how's it going? Alright, let's see who's here. ODM, hello. Ankit, happy Friday. Malik, hello. Christian, Uter, Soran, hey. Jurapika, hello. Funky. You people get MXHKB, oof. Kailh Silent, hello. LFK, hello. Oh, hey, Rick, what's up? Thanks for the 38, damn. Wow. Blue Crayon, hello. JC, hello. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. Is this famous streamer Miyago? Hi, Reborn. Thanks for the 35. Lamp, hello. As you can tell, I'm still a little bit under the weather. Like, I'm not like perfectly well yet, but you know. I was feeling good enough to do this, and I wanted to do it before the end of the week since the product release happened like earlier in the week, and so here we are. You know, here we are. Is it time for studio? Yeah. All right. So I guess let's get started. Time to flick the nipple. What's up, Nacho? See you. Still undecided if I want to attend the event next week. Is that for the virtual event? All right. So this arrived in a box. I threw out the box already because it was just a FedEx kind of box, you know, like a generic box. And that's it. I haven't done anything to it since. So yeah, this is it, guys. The HHKB Studio comes in this black box. Why is this not focusing? Diego, can you post a Twitch story TM? There's Twitch stories now? Didn't know that. Prototype? Does it say that? Did it say prototype somewhere? But yeah, I guess technically it's basically like a prototype, right? Is it me or is this not focusing? Oh, I see. That might be why. Oh, okay, there. It should be now. Alright. Oh, the Kohaku. Oh, yeah. This is after Elaine had revised the gaskets. Anyway, so this is the box. Just says PFU Limited on one side, has certification marks on the other, has the Yokohama PFU Limited address, made in China, and then HKB Studio at the front. Part number, serial number, US layout, charcoal, HKB Studio charcoal, and then Bluetooth enabled. Pretty cool. So open it up. I'm here for the disappoint. I'm okay. I'm ready. Alright, so opening it up. We have a little piece of film covering this top part. And I was told they included this as a little gift. And this is basically what the pre-order bundle would be like, except in my case it was just all wrapped in the same box. But this is the Tiny Makes Things bundle, which comes with this keycap. This definitely looks resin cast and sculpted. Pretty cute, actually. Has the HHKB logo. Actually, let's zoom on it. Has the HHKB logo on it. Headphones. It's very cute, actually. Super cute. This is adorable. And the Tiny Makes Things logo in the back. MX stem. Very nice. Very cute, actually. You know, hand sculpted and resin cast. You can definitely see that. Very cute. I was told that these bundles are pretty limited, so if you are interested in this studio and you happen to order, like, and you want the keycap, you know, the bundle is like, I think it's like $20 difference or something like that. So it's a good deal, I think. This is an HKB sticker, so it's based on the California bear. Pretty cute. This is a sticker, but yeah, it's based on the California flag. Bear. This is Tiny Ming Stings HKB sticker. Pretty standard, just like both logos kind of mashed together. Alright, so opening it up, we get this, we're greeted with this envelope. Hello, Supreme POV. Is there a reason for the bear? Yeah, because PFU America is based in California. Okay, so we get a manual, I assume. Yep, a manual, which I actually do have to read through because I didn't get a chance to look at all of the videos and like all the different ways to do things. So I can't say I'm like prepared, so to speak, but hey, they have a manual for me to be prepared. So we'll get through it together. This is like literally the first time I'm seeing this. So it has a manual. It's basically a list of how to do things. So like how to connect with Bluetooth, how to connect wired, using like assignments for Windows or Mac, and the pointer mouse, as well as the mouse click stuff, which is basically left, center, and right. And then there's gesture pads. Which is pretty neat. On the other side, it looks like there's additional options. Customizing the keyboard, basically shortcuts. You can basically use the key map tool to change the key layout, as well as change like the behavior of the gestures. I probably should check that out. And then you can set profiles, different key layouts for each OS and application. Oh, I see. So you can basically switch between Mac and Windows. There's dip switches, similar to the way the original HKB is. But that they are different behavior-wise. One enables the mouse keys. The next one enables gesture pads, the pointer or the mouse, the direction of scrolling, whether it's natural or reversed, delete or backspace for the 1.5U key on the second row, and then power saving mode. Yeah. And then you can switch between different devices. You can have up to 4 registered Bluetooth devices. And this is pretty similar to how the HKB hybrid behaves, actually. And you can switch to USB connections. But anyway, pretty cool. Happy birthday, Soren! I thought is it really Soren's birthday? And then there's a list of LED indications and key combinations, basically a manual on what they each represent. Key combinations for switching, pairing modes, and operation modes. So switching, you know, okay, that's the same stuff. Switching devices, switching connections. changing the speed of the mouse and the sensitivity of the gesture pads. And there's our safety precaution manual, and I assume in various languages, and that's it. That's it for this. Alright, so this is the keyboard. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Kind of looks like a lot like, it's an ABS plastic case. It does have like a gray outlining part as well, and then like a black charcoal top. Kind of like reminds me of the TX case lip. There is the LED bar over here. And then I assume these are the gesture pads here, like this. And then the front. And then the side here. Here are the keycaps. The keycaps have lower left aligned text only modifiers with some Mac symbols on the top right / top left. And then we have centered uppercase legends. And then we have the standard HHKB stuff here. I mean, like, you know, Numro with the front legends for F-row, arrows, you know, print screen, volume up, down, etc. The front print is still there as well. As you can see, there is a switch to turn it on, as well as the USB connector on the left side. And then the bottom here, I'm gonna take this off now. I mean, that's just the tape to keep the bottom cap closed. There is the HHKB Studio logo at the center middle. And then there are our feet, 2-stage feet. You can do one or the other. Large rubber pads for anti-skid. And I assume this compartment opens up for batteries, dip switches. And of course there's a sticker for the certification, as well as manual on dip switch usage. It uses a total of 4 AA batteries, from what it looks like, which we will add in just a minute. Are the 2-stage feet rubberized? Let's see, the 2-stage feet rubberized. Yeah, one of the pieces is rubber. Like, basically it's like split. It's like split right there. Actually, let me show you the other one. It's easier. But you can see there's rubber right there. And right there. There's rubber on basically like 1/2 of the bottom portion. Happy Friday, no num-nums. Hello. Included is a cable, USB-C to C cable. I'm never gonna be able to use this. I literally have no USB-C to C inputs. I know, actually I do have one, but I never use it. I just use USB-A for everything. Doesn't matter, I have adapters for this, so that's not a problem. I do have like C to A adapters, but yeah. Probably can use any cable though. Okay, and let's see. here we have 4 extra pointer nubs. So these are the mouse nubs. There's 4 extra. No red ones for the person who was asking about like ThinkPad style red nubs. Oh, an accent would be kind of nice actually. They're like a standard square shape for the adapter on the mouse nub. Actually, I'm not sure if that's standard, but you know. Standard Maxell alkaline batteries. I think these are the same ones as are included in the Pro Hybrid. They don't want the smoke from Lenovo. Is this like a Lenovo proprietary thing to have like the red nub? I don't know many other devices that even have the nub mouse thing to begin with, so I actually don't even know. So when I first saw the HKB Studio like leak, quote unquote, right? I thought, oh, the HKB Studio is literally like a Text Shinobi but HKB layout. That was my initial thought. Like my actual first impression was, oh, it's an HKB Text Shinobi, but with, you know, like cherry profile caps, right? Pretty much, right? But yeah, so I assume you can just like take this off. Yeah, okay, pretty easy. All right, some extra bits. Dell has a nub laptop and it's blue. Yeah, I've seen the laptop ones, but I see those are blue. Okay, yeah. Because maybe just different brands have different nub colors. I can use the included cable, but it's not a big deal otherwise. But might as well try and see if it works with my adapter too. Although I don't think I would use this personally because I do have other cables. No shot this is powered by double A's? I mean, that's what the HHKB is powered by, right? The hybrid. I don't really like angled connectors either, myself. I'm not an angled connector person. Never really been an angled connector person. Are you guys angled connector people? I don't really like angled. It's just like, feels like whatever to me, but some people like them. Being straight is fine. Hey, boss, can you just pop in for a minute? Is it chief or no chief? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Literally just opened this up. Ooh. Okay, so this is set on Mac mode, I guess. Okay, so let's kind of get started with inspecting everything about it. So I think the first thing that we should probably take a look at, that people are interested in, is, I guess, we can first take a look at the switches, probably. This is probably like the first order of importance for most people. The LED is pretty bitchin', I do agree. Actually, I do like the LEDs. The LED, I think LED bars in general, like bar format LEDs, right now it looks more like split off on the camera, but when I saw it turn on just now, it looks more like a bar. You know, it's more so the strobing, the 60 hertz strobing thing, right? That like makes it look split. But yeah, so if we take off some of these keycaps, right, including some of the ones around the nub, I think it would be nice to see that. So keycaps are thick, yeah, thick dye-sublimated cherry profile. Actually, oh, interesting. It has the same profile as the Taupe OEM, but they modeled it so that it still has the cherry profile recessed stem. Kind of interesting to see. Mostly because I'm more interested in this just because it's coming from the perspective of someone who has Taupe OEM, right? Like, I know what Taupe OEM looks like. It has this, like, ledge, right? So, like, typically, like, it has this, like, ledge that kind of comes down right here, right? Like, this vertical part, like, at the very bottom, at the tail end of the cap. And that's, like, a very typical of Taupe OEM. And in cherry profile, you don't see that, right? Like, you compare this to regular cherry, right? And it's just a straight edge. It's just a straight edge, right? So kind of interesting. And so these actually do have recessed stems. Like, they are recessed a little bit below the vertical line. I mean, the horizontal line that divides that, like, vertical part. And so they are actually recessed. So that's kind of neat. The caps are nice and thick. And the dye sublimation does look pretty clean. The texture is pretty much about the same as, you know, all the HHKB stuff has really been. So as far as the quality of the caps is concerned, it's pretty good, frankly. And the stems look pretty good, pretty standard, injection mold stuff. But yeah, it does look good. Doesn't look like there's much warping, and the supports look fine. There's not much like weird flashing here and there. I think some people really dislike the back support area for cherry caps for like GMK, but I think these don't have it. These are all at the bottom. But yeah, the legends look alright, you know. This was designed in the USA. I believe that's what's said, but I mean, I don't know all the internal details, but yeah. Literally, I'll tell you exactly how it went with this, okay? Like, full disclaimer, okay? I was told, hey, Diego, we're writing you because we're telling you that we're about to release a new product. We're gonna send you a unit. I'm like, cool, let me know. I was sent a unit. It arrived, like, earlier this week. I literally just opened the box, took out the black box, left it aside. That was it. Like, I had no information about the product, right? It was like when people found out, that was the same time I found out. So yeah. So yeah. So I'm finding out everything as we go, just alongside you guys. So yeah. Oh, and also I'm not being paid to do this, FYI. I literally am just being sent a unit to check it out, and I'm not being paid to do it. I do think I get to keep the unit, but other than that, there is no payment, no monetary incentive, nothing like that. No affiliate links, no referrals. List goes on. So yeah. So as you can see, the nub caps do have the corner cut out as well as like chamfered like that. Not to mention finished. So if you ever decide to use other caps and decide to do this corner cut, it won't be as clean as the way the machines do it, but it'll be fine probably. So that's what the caps look like. I'm gonna unplug it briefly, and we can see. So that's what the switches look like. They are Kailh branded, as you can see. They have a slightly different shape. They have a sharper top shape. These, I believe, are also hot swaps, so we can actually take them out, which I can do now. Would you be able to remove the nub? Let me see. So I can remove the cap, right? The cap is removable. That's easy. But remove the nub? I don't think... I think I would have to open it up to know that, right? I'm assuming I have to open it up and see if I can remove it. I will have to see if I can do that. I don't know. I don't know what the internal construction looks like. Yeah, pull harder. I'm a little nervous. What if I... Well, it's definitely not coming off, so... Yeah, no, I don't think this is gonna really... Yeah, I don't think this is really gonna come off. Yeah, you can see, like, it's just kind of in there. I think opening it up is probably the only way to know. But I'm assuming for now, it's not like a swappable thing. You would have to open it up and see. Yeah, probably might be soldered, so probably have to desolder something up in there. Alright, so that's that for this. So switches. Switches. Initial impression. Also, let me turn down the music for a sec. Hold on. Let me switch over to non-filter. Honestly, these are pretty quiet for what it's worth. I would not say they're mushy either, but they definitely have a dampener to it, right? Like, I can definitely feel that there's some kind of dampener striking there. So that's mostly what you hear. There's not much leaf or, like, spring crunch. So, as far as the switch is concerned, it's pretty smooth. Actuation is very nice and smooth and linear, completely linear. No ductility to it. And as it hits the bottom, it's... There is like a harder-ish dampener, I think. I'm not an expert on silent switches, but I do have to say it's definitely not like mushy or pillowy kind of a silent switch. But yeah, we can take it out actually. So there it is. There's a hot swap socket. So it's a 3-pin Kailh standard switch, but this does allow 5-pin. The PCB does allow 5-pin. Can you potentially build this plateless? I'm gonna guess no, but the only way for me to know that is to see the inner construction. Probably not though. Okay, so that's what the switches look like. I can open one up if you guys wanted to take a look. plate is steel. That's my guess. Either steel or... Yeah, I think it's steel. Oh, stabs. Yeah. We'll get to it. Let's go through each of these things slowly. All right, let's open up a switch first. I'm interested in the switch as well. Okay. Oh. That's interesting. Okay, this is a different switch. Never seen something like this myself. Okay, look at that. This is different. This is not standard MX like. It uses the same like contact leaf mechanism in the back, right? But it's not the same loop, like upwards loop as Cherry MX. And then it uses this plastic contact nub, which is what I assume is doing the pushing on the leaf. Come on, focus. Focus. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna manual focus, okay? So you can see there is probably this thing that's being pushed and doing the leaf mechanism. And I think it's this. This is the dampener. I think this white thing at the bottom, this silicone looking thing, is the dampener. Yeah, pretty cool though. And yeah, this is the spring here. It's a pretty long spring. Oh, come on. It's a pretty long spring here. Right? Diameter looks kind of thin, but looks fine. Okay, I just want to know the orientation of this before I like fuck it up. Okay, got it. Okay, front, back. Front, back. Okay. Alright, so this is what the stem looks like. Hello, Aetherat, how are you? So this is what the stem looks like. Oh, what an interesting... It's just different. There's a stem. Round stem. Has this round towards the front. Flat towards the back. Let me see, is it lubed? Sorry, I'll like zoom out a little bit. Sorry about that. This shakiness probably is not great for you guys. It doesn't appear to be lubed actually. I don't see any lube. I don't see any grease. It's just really smooth. Is the rail or the side lubed a little? I think the only grease or oil that I can kind of see is at the very end here. And yeah, this is the mechanism for the click, for the contact. Excuse me. Oh, very interesting switch. And then, oh, what an interesting. Okay, interesting switch here. There is dampener here at the top as well. Contributes to the silencing on both sides. Does a round bit of the stem look like it would take a taupe cap? No, no way. I don't know how you could fit this for taupe. How would you take this for taupe with a crucifix? You can't. You can't fit a crucifix stem with taupe caps. It's basically like a box switch, yeah, just round stem. Hello, Sip. How's it going? All right, very cool though. I think honestly it's easier to put the plunger in to the top first. Yeah, it's easier that way. I'm sure once, if this design is used by Kailh for other of their Switch line, I'm sure it will. I'm sure the whole price tag thing will probably go away pretty quickly. But yeah, that's the Switch. It does have a, like, if you had like LEDs, you would diffuse some light through that, I guess. But that's the Switch. I don't think it's much new, but it's different. It just looks different. All right. Okay, so next thing that we wanted to look at was stabilizers. All right. Kailh's deep sea silence are literally the same except for the spring. Okay, got it. I'm not very interested in silencers just personally, so I don't really know much about them. I admit it. It's just not my interest thing. Looks like a PCB mount stab. And I can't see if it's screwed in. I think it's screw in though. Yeah, I think it's screw in. It's hard to tell, but I think it's screw in. Centered. They're all north facing for the stabs. And we have a let me see here. Yeah, I think this is screw in. I can see a little bit of metallic underneath, but you can't really see it from the top here as easily. Yeah, I think these are screw-in stabs. Who made them? I'm not sure. But they're definitely PCB mounted based on how they look here. Center 6U. I'm not sure what that button does. It does something. I'm assuming, is this removable too? Oh. Ooh. Gateron short throw switches. Look. Are those hot swap? I'm not sure if these are, but short throw hot swap. These are tactile. Sorry for my really ugly nails and fingers. So self-conscious of that. But these are Gateron. I'm not sure if these are hot swap. Also, how do you remove chalk style without like fucking it up, basically? Kind of want to take the thing apart for me to know. Simple as just pull, I guess. Eat it. Yeah. Like, can't really. Oh, actually, let me see. Oh, there we go. Yep, there it is. Hot swap. Mouse switches are also hot swap. Okay, pretty cool. Stabs are honestly pretty good. They don't tick. A little bit. Not sure if it's the gap between the keycap and the stab, but it's very slight, but for stock OEM stuff, it's pretty good actually. And the 2.25U, the 2U's here don't really tick from what I can tell. The spacebar, yeah, could need a little help. Not too much, but yeah. If they didn't send you one, would you have gotten one for yourself? I'll be honest, no. 2 reasons. Number 1, I have no reason to switch away from a mouse. So, as much as I like HKB layout, I already have HKBs that I can use, right? So I have the keyboard layout. I have MX options already, knowing that it's MX, right? And then I have no reason to switch away from my mouse. So, probably not. Yeah. Right? I do think there's an audience for it. There definitely is an audience for it. I actually have encountered people like completely outside of the community who say, I want something that can replace all these devices on the desk. Like, it's like the people who like really want to do away with every single possible cable, device, whatever. There's people like that. There's just people who want like this one controller for things. Not many people, that's for sure. But have I encountered them? Yeah, I actually have. I've legitimately gotten inquiries saying like, hey, do you make a keyboard that can do blah 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 blah? I'm like, yeah, you can program mouse input, but like it won't be like this nub, you know? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so I guess before we kind of move on to other parts, we can go into functionality now. So I guess I can actually try using a Bluetooth first. Okay, batteries. Turn it on. LEDs turn on. Okay, pairing it for the first time. FNQ. Wait for the leftmost indicator to blink, and then I can link it with my Bluetooth. Shows right up, HHKB Studio 1. And then it says it's connecting, so I'm just gonna wait for it. Okay. Okay, enter the number and it gets paired. Oh, and then, okay, wired. You can switch to wire pretty easily. Does this work? Ooh, that works. Cool. Okay, using keys, changing the layout. Gesture pads. Just gonna double check. Okay, that's mouse scrolling up and down. That's up arrow and down arrow, I think. Yep. And it says left and right here. Works pretty nicely, actually. And then switching between windows. Ooh, like alt tabbing. Oh, this is basically alt tab. Well, that's kind of nice, actually. Oh, this is kind of sweet. Pretty neat. I mean, I can alt tab probably more quickly, but because I'm just so used to it. But it's okay. Let's see. How do I switch between Mac and Windows? FN. Wait, no. Alt. Oh. Wait, what? Yeah, alright. What's the blinking about? Okay, there. Not sure. I'm not sure what the blinking is. How can I escape it? Let's turn it off. Wait, what's the blinking? Is it not connected? Hold on. Oh, there. Okay. Stopped. Okay. Oh, by default it's programmed as Win key. Oh, this program has delete. Hold on. I don't use that as delete ever. Let's see. Okay, so the idea of this is like I'm supposed to use it without, I'm supposed to use my mouse and everything without like without using my mouse at all, right? Like I'm prohibited from using my mouse now, right? Like that's basically what it's supposed to do, right? It's interesting. Should we try typing on it now? I think that's probably the next thing we want to try, is just hear it out stock. So let's do that. Let's open up a typing thingy. And let's see. So I'm not gonna use my actual mouse here. And then go to time 60. Okay. Okay. All right. And then, okay, and then just go here. Someone's asking, what's the sensitivity like on the stick? Does the pointer show up when I put it on the window? I'm gonna do that, and then you can see how sensitive it is. But it's like, you can adjust the sensitivity actually. So I don't think like that's a huge problem because you can adjust it. But right now, I think the default setting is like moderately sensitive. Like I would say like you can definitely move it fairly like it shows up like this, like right now. Like it's fairly sensitive. Like if I do like a pretty like quick motion, that's as fast as it goes right now. Like that's as fast as it's traveling. You can only change it with the software. I believe you can change it using some control here. What is a manual here? I just don't know all the little thingies. But let's see. Mouse speed, mouse center button, speed 2. Oh, that's much faster. Oh wow, that's super fast. Okay, so and then 3. Whoa, okay, that's like super fast. Okay, so yeah, you can adjust this. This is a little too sensitive. I think 1 is honestly the best for me, but you can do fine increments and fine and fine decreases. So mouse center plus G. Okay. Yeah. Middle thumb and numbers. There's like profiles, kind of like 1, 2, 3, and 4. From 1 being slow and 4 being fast, and then you have plus and minus at G and B. So if you do center and G, it increases the speed by a little bit, and then if you do center and B, it decreases it by a little bit. So yeah, it's interesting. Okay. And then you can also adjust the sensitivity of the gesture paths by doing 6, 7, 8, 9 with the center button. So that's kind of nice. You can actually switch sensitivity of stuff on the fly. All right. So how about we try this out first? Is the nut flush next to the keys? It's as flush as the key on row 3. So I know I'm using the mouse here, but you can see it there. That's as flush as it is. Oops. Enjoy the stream. Peace. Goodbye, Soran. Have a good one. Can you fully remove the stem? I don't know about the stem. You can only remove the cap currently, but I don't know if you can remove the stem just yet. I think you would have to open it up and see. Okay, so I'm gonna try typing on this now. I know I'm using my regular mouse here. I'm cheating. So let's just try typing on it. All right. Everything good for audio? All right, let's give it a shot. This is currently completely stock, okay? Oh. Oh, I actually keep hitting the nub when I try to hit B. Because I guess I don't hit the middle of it. But it actually sounds pretty good, stock, right? It sounds pretty quiet. The spacebar definitely needs some, I would say it's like, it's looped, but it's, you can still hear a little bit of the rattle. Unfortunately, but I think that's about as much as I expect of a lot of OEM stuff too. Alright, so here just like going through the keys. Sounds pretty good. I mean, for stock, I think it sounds good. How would you say the switches compared to other silent switches? My limited experience with silent switches, I would say they're not the quietest switches stock. Okay. I do think I think there are some of the Haimu silent switches that were pretty damn quiet stock. They use a different way of doing their silencing, where they basically cut a small slit so that any kind of motion that happens in that piece of plastic that like is striking the bottom effectively doesn't really make a sound. There's that one that was really quiet this one time I tried it. I remember, I mean, like, I think like lubed switches are kind of like cheating in a way. Like, there are silent switches that are like lubed that are pretty damn quiet as well. But yeah, like once you lube switches, it's completely different. I'm sure that if I were to like lube these or something like that, they would get much quieter too. So, you know, kind of like a no contest there. But one thing also is, I personally am not a huge person on long pole slash speed type speed type switches, or like shorter like travel, like 3.6 millimeter shorter than 4 millimeter, right? Is not necessarily my preferred typing experience. So the shorter typing feel in silence and in general, or long pole linears and so on, right, is not my preference. So I can't say I immediately say I would love it. But if I were to want a silent keyboard that, let's say I buy this strictly speaking to take to work, or it's on the workplace's budget, right? They allocate some to you and they say, hey, buy whatever keyboard you want, and I bought this would be okay. Totally tolerable, quiet enough, you know, etc. It doesn't disrupt people. Not as not very conspicuous. So there's that. So, how much does it weigh? Oh, there's people in ads, so I'm gonna wait for them to come back. But for the people who are still here, I will say I did bring out some of these MX Blacks from a different board. These are, I think these are just 5. No, these are a mix of 5-pin and 3-pin. Okay, but I have some lubed and film MX Blacks here that I got from a different board, which we can try. Yeah, I can weigh it if you want. I can check the weight of it. The weight of the board. The weight of the board is 2 pounds, exactly 2 pounds. You know, so that's 900 grams or so. So less than a kilo. So pretty light, pretty portable for work and otherwise. Let's say you want to carry something that, you know, and you also don't want to carry a mouse, you know, that's kind of fair. Larger bezel though, for sure. But yeah, this is interesting. I kind of do like this, kind of like all tab. Like, do you have the battery in? Yes, I currently have batteries in. I'm currently connected by Bluetooth. 50% more than the regular HKB, but still very portable. Yeah, pretty light. TBH. I'm not too bothered by this nub, other than the fact that I do hit the nub when I try to hit B. I don't think I make that mistake with G and H because it's on the same level, but for B is slightly taller than the B key, right? Than this part here. So I tend to hit the nub, but I think that's just a matter of getting used to. Are you gonna test the software? Well, actually, yeah. Good question. Let's try it out. You can check it out. Where's the software link? I think it's just like HHKB Studio, blah blah blah. So let's see. I'm too used to like using my mouse, so oh, here it is, HKB Studio tool for Windows. Nice. Okay. Oh, whoops, that was not it. Failed to read key. Oh, I need to connect the USB cable. Okay. That makes sense. FN control 0. Let me try. Okay, let's check out the keyboard tool. So plus application capture, window capture. Let's see, choose KB Studio. There it is. Okay, so there's a tool here. Maybe I'll put it here. Make it bigger. Okay, you guys can see this, right? Whoops, I minimized my OBS thing. Oh, what the? Huh. Okay, so here there's like FN layers, right? Looks like FN, there's up to 4 layers. There's standard FN 1, 2, and 3. There are several different profiles that you can switch from, right? And you can, you know, turn on or off the stick. You can check the status of the dip switches, right? You can turn off or turn on the the gesture pads and also adjust what they do. And then you can check for updates. So let's say edit the key map, and it opens up this thing. So it has the default HHKB layout stuff. So for example, if I wanted to switch my Alt and Win, which is actually something I would do on Windows, I would do this. I would switch the 2 out. With the center button being labeled FN2, does that mean it doesn't act as middle mouse click for drag scrolling? It does. You can use it as a, like, it technically is the center button, I believe. But it also acts as FN2 if you press a key on the keyboard. So you can use the mouse, right? Makes sense, right? Like you click it, it's a middle center, a center mouse click, right? And you're holding it, but keyboard input is going to be FN2 layer stuff. But if you move the mouse, that's like drag scrolling, right? So you could do that still, yeah. Okay. So you can do that, and then if you do like write to HKB, you can do that right away. Let me see, for example, like I don't want, sorry, no, FN1, I don't want this key, right? I don't know what nothing would be. What would nothing be? I guess just the key itself. Fair. Caps there is fine. I sometimes, like, let's say I want a media key there, so I would put where's play, pause? Oh, there's so many things. Gesture pad. Oh, you guys can't see the highlight, but whenever I highlight this, for example, right now, there's a black box right underneath my cursor that says gesture pad front left disable. This is gesture pad front left toggle, and so on. Am I limited to these? Oh, I see. There's shortcuts too. Oh, you can program like Control or Shift or Alt or Win key shortcuts. So Win key plus whatever, you can program them kind of like their macros. So you can do that as well. Is there no play pause? Wow, I don't see it. Okay. So, for example, it's not like, let's say, QMK VIA, where you have other keys, like, that isn't originally programmed. So, for example, like, this doesn't have a play pause media key, which IMO is something I would definitely give as feedback. It's like, add keys that are beyond the stock programmed keys, or available device-based keys. Right? Makes sense, right? I do wonder if that would mess with anything, but I don't know. Okay, so there's that. Yeah. A regular HKB also does not have play pause, which is kind of why you eventually get like a custom controller like Hasu or Yang or whatever, right? But I mean, it's 2023. There are a lot of people are going to be using that, so I do think they should have something like that at minimum. They have like volume up, down, all that stuff. I mean, this is stuff that should be innately there. But yeah, so you can program. I reprogrammed a few things here, and I can just write to HKB, and it will like refresh on my board. And it says, oh, it says right here, it doesn't, the pop-ups are not showing up on the screen, but it says writing is complete. I click OK. And then I can, oh, here in the menu, it says open the existing config file, save the current settings, restore the layout to factory default, check for updates, etc. I'm going to just save my settings because why not? And I just saved it. And that's it. You can like update the firmware if you have firmware. check for updates for the software, etc. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. You can't put volume on the gesture pads? You absolutely can. Pretty sure. Hold on. Let's do that now. Oops, wrong window. Let me do that. How about that? Edit the key map. Okay, so let's say I wanted the left side to be volume up and volume down. Right to HHKB. Oh, it's manipulating it from my side, but let me see if I can do this. It definitely is doing it though. I see. It's just not on the. I have the music playing through like Spotify or whatever, like local files, so it's not controlling that one, but it's controlling it on my audio. It is working. Just FYI. Like it is. It's showing up the little Windows thingy for controlling the volume, so it's like actually changing my local volume. It's pretty nice, actually. Okay, so that should do it for trying this out with the stock switches, right? This has to look wild if you open it up. I'm kind of curious myself. Can I do it? I guess it should be fine, right? I mean, somebody else would open it up anyway, right? Have you done a sound test with stock switches yet? Yeah, I did earlier. People can tell you about it if you're curious. Alright, it's time. Warranty gone. They're never gonna send you stuff ever again. Oh god. Let's double check. I don't think that will be a problem, but yeah. Should be fine. Alright. I guess the next thing we should do anyway, that I'm going to be curious about, is I want to replace the switches, right? So I'm going to take them off. people are gonna want to mod stuff, right? So, and me as someone who builds keyboards, I can't help it. Where's that switch puller from? This is the one from Canon Keys. It's their multicolor one from Canon Keys. Pretty nice actually. Long and pretty sturdy, pretty nice. They sent it out to me like a while back and I've been using it since. It's very good. Alright boys, it's time. So weird, why wouldn't they use Kailh for the mouse clicks as well? Good question, I don't know. Under the rubber feet, it's another one of my guesses too, yeah. I just wanted to check other places first. No center screw. At this point, I wonder if I just need to separate it. You failed under the sticker in the battery compartment? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I haven't. Do not remove! Okay. Why did I not see that one? Goodbye, my warranty. The inevitable. How did I not see it? Don't ask me why. Probably just too distracted by the corners. I did see tabs in the top area as well. Yeah, I did see those too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are the gas switches still being the problem? No. Okay. Hacker voice, I'm in. Almost. Almost. Okay. I don't want to break those clips. They're right there. missing? Imagine keyboards that start using Apple techniques of pentalobe screws per components and massive application of glue. Oh yeah, that's in a lot of those devices, right? I mean, like, it's just mostly Apple, but yeah. Definitely seeing it more and more, right? In a lot of devices. Kinda sucks. I'm just waiting for this to give, but am I missing something? No, I'm almost there. It's just... I feel like I'm missing a clip or something. What is it? Is it here? Nope. Something extra near the USB port is my... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, but I can't see if it's just that or if it's something else. Thing is, I can see the internals here, but I can't tell. Hold on. It's just kind of white, that's all I think. See, it's one of the gesture pads. Am I just scared of opening it? Is that what it is? I think that's it, but... Not entirely sure. Feels a little too secure. But I can try this maybe. Oh. This would be kind of hard to put back together actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So the battery compartment, I see. Okay. And this clip. Okay. Were there tabs on the top edge of the plate I had to get up after I sent that message? I am looking, but I don't think that's the problem. Like, there is no easy way to remove that, in fact. I mean, I can try. But I don't want to damage this, you know what I mean? I guess the battery compartment is stuck? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's my hunch. Oh, okay. I think I got it. That's gonna be a difficult reassembly, TBH. It's like my immediate feeling is this reassembly would suck. Ooh. Done. Okay. We are in. There it is. So there's our bottom piece. And then there is the frame, the outer edge. And there's the internals. Obviously, ribbon cables for the gesture pads. There's a lot going on. Two layers, yes, 2 layers. One for the gesture pads and the battery. Battery thing soldered here, dip switches, a chip here, an ARM chip here, and then we have the hot swap part of it. And yes, screw-in stabs, as you can see, screw-in stabs. There are some screws that are attaching the plate and the PCB, so that basically it's just the same way as all hot swap PCBs work. It's just to keep the separation between the plate and the PCB fixed, right? So that's what some of these screws are. Yeah. I'm assuming this right here is our mouse. So for those who were asking if this is removable or not, I'm frankly not sure. And my guess is closer to no than a yes. I would have to remove these nuts and these nuts and take it out, but I'm assuming no, you can't. It's not like hot swappable. I mean, I can be careful and do a little bit of surgery, but you can go further. That's the battery USB board. And then there's your hot swap stuff. So everything else in the hot swap section is pretty standard, TBH. Yeah, that's all pretty standard stuff. This is just really you could say this is the main board and this is the daughter board, really, because this is just carrying the switches, but and the diodes and whatnot. Looks nice though. Looks really nice. And then there's a separate PCB that is soldered with the one of the mice. So these two are soldered in. Why there's 12 joints here that solder these guys. So those are joined in. And as Nacho was saying, I believe, yes, this is a plate that's bolted on. It's basically top-mounted plate, top-mounted steel plate. Actually, I'm wondering if I can just remove the plate alone. Oh, there's more screws. Okay, there's more screws. There's more screws. There's more screws underneath, but it's effectively top mount. That's what I'm seeing here. You can be as careful as possible here. Oh, snap. The nub. The nub is gonna get in the way, isn't it? Yep, that's it. That's pretty much the limitation I'll have. The nub is the last piece that doesn't let me take it off. So it's gonna get stuck at the knob right there. I don't know if this head is. I don't really think this head is removable, guys. I don't think so. Yeah. I can pull all I want, but I don't want to break it, so I think that's exactly where it stays. But you can see the stabs are indeed screw-in stabilizers. They're not branded, but they look a lot like sort of like Gateron style, all black. Screwable head? No, it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't give me that impression here. So I don't want to risk it. So, but that's the extent of that part. I do think if I took this apart, I could probably take it apart, but looking at this makes me a little bit stressed out, so I don't really want to do it. Yes, I know I could unscrew this track point controller, but the problem with this is just that it uses these little nuts here. It seems like a pain in the ass. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm pretty sure you can just take it apart. Not a problem. It's not hard. But you can see it definitely is a top mount, right? You can see one screw is there. One screw is there. One screw is here. So there's two screw points outside-ish of the spacebar. One kind of close to the right side point on the inward side. One at the corner. One at the corner. And then you have one, and that's it. So you have two mounting points at the top, two mounting points at the top, two mounting points at the corners, and two mounting points close to the spacebar. It's a top mount steel plate, essentially. Yep. Yeah. I mean, the ribbon cables are obviously there for the gesture pads. That's something that you would have expected already, right? Like, the gesture pads wouldn't work without that, I think. So I think that's kind of like what I was expecting already. But it was pretty neat. Actually, this is really nicely constructed. Very cool design. Alright, folks. Now, the challenger is to put it back together. So let's do that. Can confirm screw-in stabs. Can confirm hot swap sockets, Kailh hot swap sockets, Gateron chalk hot swap sockets. Right? We can confirm all of those things. We can confirm a steel top-mounted plate mounted at the corners and in the tabs here. Alright. Just replay the VOD? I mean, yeah, true. It's very cool though. I have to say this is really interesting and cool to see on the inside. Is there any foam? No foam. No foam. Zero foam. No foam to be found anywhere. It's all plastic, metal, and FR4. Zero foam. Zilch. None. Oh, one more screw near the USB port. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. This is the screw for that one. I was counting screws. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Yeah, that's the one. Now that I've disassembled it once, it's so much easier to know how to reassemble it. That's it. Putting it back together was so much easier. Oh my god. It's okay. Well, I mean, good to know, right? Alright. Hello, so how is this thing? It's actually not bad. It's kind of cool. I do think the audience for it is more limited in the sense that there's only, you know, specific people who are gonna want all the features to be used. But I think as far as what it's concerned, all in one, like when you think about what it is all in one, it's kind of a cool device. The features that they advertise work perfectly as advertised, and yeah, I think that's the main thing. They work as advertised. You can reprogram it. You can certainly use the mouse features, right? You can do all those things. But it is not cheap. The pre-order definitely saves you a little bit there, but it is not a cheap device. They like the price of the HHKB Studio is certainly not for the weak of the wallet, basically. But neither has HHKB ever also been a product like that. But that said, you know, it's like a little bit of like brand rep and the market, right? Like, I think by using MX switches, it definitely will be much harder for a lot of people to kind of warrant it. But, you know, at the same time, like, using MX does have its main advantages. So yeah, so like you would think like Topre is what makes, you know, you're like, oh yeah, like you know, PFU or Real Force, whatever, like Topre stuff is like what makes them expensive, because basically it's like they're the only ones that serve it, right, effectively. And so yeah, like I would also think that too, right? But yeah, now that it's MX, it's a bit of a different story, I feel. Yeah, the pre-order price is a decent bit lower. Alright, well, all things considered, I'm gonna do things like put some lube in the stabs. Oop. Put a little too much. Yeah. And then I'm gonna put some different switches and try it out. put some on the mouse clicks as well, but these are short throw, like the chalk style. So if I put like tall switches, it's gonna like sit really high up, right? So wouldn't that kind of defeat the purpose? Can you put MX switches where the chalks are now? You can, but it'll be just tall and weird. If that makes sense. It's doable though, I guess. Oh, actually, no, you can't. Sorry. What am I even saying? No, you can't put MX switches because chalk switches have a different pinout. What am I even saying? Yeah, no, you can't. Of course you can't. I'm like, no, you can't. No, it's like, no, you can't. Yeah. Just remembered. I was like, MagSafe charger is $21.70 at Walmart? Oh, that's not bad. How much are those usually, the MagSafes? Apple accessories are generally expensive, right? What's the size on those mouse click keycaps? Good question. They're like... Yeah, oh wow, they're 1.5s? So 1.5 on one of them. Yeah, this is the same. So 1.5, 1.51. I think that sounds right. Where's the other one? Yeah, 1.5, 1.5. I think like 40? Damn, I see. Spendy, eh? Spendy boys. Poggers MX Blacks. Let's go. Also, I never tested it again. I should have done that. I'm pretty sure it should work, but I forgot to test it because got too caught up with it. Oh, there it is. It's working. Okay, cool. Should I just put the same keycaps? Is that okay? Like just so that the only difference is switches now? I think that's fair, right? Oops. Oh yeah, flip up feet? Yeah, sure. Oh, if they slide? Oh, I see. Not that much, and this is on a desk mat. It's kind of rubbery. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. Let me see if the small ones do. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I think the small ones have a little bit less surface area, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Central Legends nice at least. Keycaps low contrast. Yeah, I mean low contrast has always been the norm for the Toper made charcoal black caps though. It's always been pretty low contrast. So that's kind of in line with what they've always had, I think. No different. It's like same formula essentially. All right. Nice. Oh. I wonder if they're gonna make a white version. I would hope so. Kind of looks cool. I mean, look nice in the regular gray whitish color, right? Don't you think? Huh. Pretty cute. Snow White? Mm. That could be a nice aesthetic too, actually. Alright. Want to try this out? Alright, friends, let's give this a shot. We have now the MX Blacks on, and we just opened it up, close it back again. Everything seems to be working here. Yep, everything's working here. Gesture pads are fine. Yeah, no, it's neat. Alright, let's give this a shot, friends. We have now, these are just some lubed, I think might be vintage, but I'm not sure. MX Blacks with TriboSys 204 and just, I think like 62 gram springs or something like that. So let's give this a try. Alright, here we go. Oh, we can do the side view this time, maybe. And I'll just get it out of the way for a sec. Hey, here you go. That's what it sounds like. Here is the rest of the keys. Hello, Rienfo. How's it going? Do G, B, and H real weird to use? G and H, not so much, but B, I keep hitting the nub a little bit when I reach towards it. It's mostly because when I use my left hand, I seem to not hit close to the center, so I hit the nub first. So it kind of feels like something hard in the way. So it kind of feels like I just need to get used to it. But if I'm like typing slowly, like if I'm just typing like, you know, the quick brown fox, you know, jumps over the whatever, you know, it's not bad. But if I'm like typing like more quickly, then I feel like I could maybe like stumble on these and feel a little weird about it because there's like something right there in the middle. But I would say it's mostly just probably like a learning curve thing. Yeah. The board itself actually looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, it's not bad. I actually thought it was a lot worse at first, my impression, with the bezel here being huge. But I think this could grow on me. It could be okay. But yeah, I mean, I do think that the price of this is definitely not cheap for what it is. And so you definitely have to be using a lot of that, like the integrated nub and mouse click and gesture pad stuff to really like want this. I mean, at least the nice thing is you can replace all the switches. Like, you know, this is chalk here and this is just cherry, so, you know, simple enough. The side profile is pretty good. I actually do like this like stepped look. It's like this TX, old TX case look. That kind of like was in and out of style for a while. So yeah, no, I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it, but I would say like if you're looking to spend $350 plus or whatever, right? It definitely will depend on your like use case. Yeah. Can you test a few GMK caps? Yeah. that basically the TLDR, sort of, yeah. Like, I think the TLDR is opening it up. Once you open it up once, is actually not that complicated. It just has like screws here. It has like 3 screws on the battery section, and then you just have to unclip the plastic parts and just take it off through the battery compartment. Make sure it doesn't like hook over and get stuck. And then it has like 2 big boards, like one for the hot swap sockets for everything, and then the plate is a steel plate that's like top mounted, sort of like with screws. Has like 2 at the top here, and then 2 at the corners here, and then 2 at the bottom here for screws. And then the board that does all the logic is going to be the one that has the gesture pads connected to it, and that's basically all with like ribbon cables. So inner components won't be easily replaceable, that's for sure. Like, you would just have to like have like another one of these, and you know, maybe someone else will develop something for it, but it will take some time. That said, yeah, like, I mean, keycaps for nubs here, like with the nub in here, it's gonna be a little iffy, so to speak. So there's that. But yeah, you would have to maybe like mod your own, right? But yeah, you can try like some GMK on this, right? So Jason ATX, hello, how's it going? I can replace most of this section here, right? I'm just gonna put this beige set on it, right? But yeah, don't mind that it's the color might look weird with it. It's just for demonstration purposes, okay? Going well, got a balance to make dinner, but wanted to poke my head in. Yeah. We've just been checking it out. I think my overall takeaway is like it's a pretty niche product, that's for sure. Is it poorly made? No, not really. It's actually pretty well made on the inside and then the outside and everything. Like, it's actually like it's thought out. For sure. I would say it's definitely not for everybody though, just because of the use case and the price. And also because, you know, like if you're already like a keyboard enthusiast, you already have all these options available to you. So it's kind of like competing against that now, with like considering that it's now MX, right? So yeah, that considered, it's a very niche product. It's a very niche product. But the the gesture keys, the gesture pads are actually pretty good. Like, they're responsive. The programmability aspect, like, they have their own in-house stuff, right? But it's actually okay. Like, it's pretty intuitive UI. And you can adjust things like sensitivity and things like that. So that's kind of nice, right? So there's that. Maybe I'll just replace the enter key and the shift. As well. Just for the mods here. I don't have a 6U spacebar right off the bat here. I would have to like go get like a spacebar kit or something. But yeah. I know it looks ugly, okay? Don't dig at me for that. But I can like just type some things with the GMK sets. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, skip. Excuse me. Sorry, just a cough. Sounds pretty nice though, right? I think GMK does sound nicer on it. ABS in general, yeah. At least with the MX Blacks. I do think that the PVT caps and those silent switches that it initially had, the Kailh silence here, these fellas over here, these guys actually do go pretty well with the PVT caps, IMO. So yeah, like if you're using these guys stock, they're pretty good switches. They are pretty quiet. They're decently quiet. You can always open them up and mod them, but they're decently quiet. They don't have much like ping or crunch, which is nice, and they go pretty well with the PVT caps. Like they do have that like kind of like thocky, whatever people call sound to it, right? So if you're going completely stock, it's actually not bad. I would say like if you buy it, right, and your spacebar does have a little rattle, that's kind of expected. It does have a little bit of it. I actually did not touch on the shift and the enter stabs at all. They're pretty good. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the gist of it though. The gesture pad, honestly, these gesture thingies, honestly, kind of cool. Like novelty wise, I kind of do like this. Like, oh, I'm gonna alt tab really quickly to something else. It works pretty well actually. It's actually not bad. Like I can actually alt tab to things really quickly with much ease. What is this again? Oh, this, I think that's just scrolling from. Yeah, that's scrolling up and down. I think this was a volume right now. I have it set to, but the gesture pads are kind of neat, you know. Gotta hide the waifus quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, exactly. I can do that. Exactly. Got something sussy? Oh no! Oh, just looking at Google Maps. Just looking at Google Maps. Discord at work. Do you have GMK Greg to put on it? I do have GMK Greg, but yeah. Oh, actually that kind of reminds me to check. So because these keycaps, the stock keycaps are recessed, GMK caps actually will look fine on it. One thing that's kind of interesting about the overall look of the board, right, is that it has these, you can see it, right, but it has these big chamfers, internal chamfers, where they're gigantic, right, they're rather big. So it kind of like looks like it's carved into the board. These side ones especially, and the top along this line. So kind of an interesting design choice here. But yeah, Greg would fit with the GHB caps. Yeah, kind of like a little nose for Greg. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna switch out the keycaps again, okay? That's alright with you. Only thing I'm not really on board with are the mouse buttons. Again, it's one of those things that for me, I'm just like, I don't need this, you know? I don't need this at all. Because I'm so used to using a mouse. But then again, hey, you never know. There might be someone out there who wants this nub type mouse built into the keyboard, just like the people who use, like, you know, ThinkPads. And they're like, it's an indispensable experience for me. Nothing like using my little nipple mouse. That sounded totally wrong. And yeah. It's design wise, it's just out there. It's just kind of came out of left field. I mean, I'm sure the Tober community, the conical community had its. I know that they've had their breakdown about it, right? But I mean, this is just PFU branching out into products that are not Topre, and that's fine. Let them, you know, let them do it. It's a new endeavor for them, and that's cool. But it won't discontinue anything Topre related, at least as far as I know. So yeah. It's an interesting product, though. I mean, it starts somewhere, right? Yeah, no, I know so many people were like, why? I hate everything. Damn techies. You name it, right? Like, the reaction was like all over the place, which I get it. I mean, if you're a big Topre fan and you're like, well, I associate PFU with Topre, therefore, if there's any new product, it should be Topre, then yeah, I mean, that's the logical reaction to have. It's a no-brainer. That said, I still have my hopes that they're working on or continuing to work on, you know, Topre stuff. More keycap options, please. Like Sakura Pink, blank blue keycaps. Like, please, I still want blank blue HHKB like blanks, or like for real force. That would be amazing. Hello, please. If someone from PFU is watching, like, pleases. I would love more blank keycap options for Topre OEM, you know, but I just don't know. Like, is it gonna happen? I don't know, man. Anyone, you know, the people you saw in the lookbook, like, you know, Apiary and Huey and Tiny and myself, and I mean, actually, I'm not in the lookbook, but, you know, the people who are associated with like PFU in some way, right, partnered or like in touch with, trust me, we've insisted for new Topre stuff 10 billion times, and you know, it's not like, with the company being split between Japan and America, it's even more complicated, and it's very like, it's kind of corporate, right? So it's just difficult. It's just not easy. It's just not easy. Yeah, I agree with you, Rienfo. It's, the point might be lost on some people, but it's honestly not a bad board. Like, I can pick on it based on price. I can pick on it based on aesthetic that maybe I don't like, but I can't pick on it for being a rattle sash. Like, you know, it's not like it's super poorly designed and I can't stand it, right? It's none of that, at least. So at least there's that. So yeah. Pre-orders are sold out on the JP store. That's really? See? It's such a different market. Like, the reaction in the West and the reaction in the, like, it's just completely different. So if they have demand in the one part of the world where that's where their main, like, that's where their main, like, focus is, then hey, it is what it is. Like, tough luck. If we gotta eat shit, then we're just gonna eat shit. You know what I mean? Tough luck. It's just, okay, it's the same way this is interpreted. Like, you know, like keycap sets with sub-legends, like for different languages. It depends on the country. For example, you implement a good Azerty keycap layout, like key set, right? Like that, like WAP set that was basically Azerty, and like they self-ran it to like hit MOQ and whatever, right? That set, for example, hugely lauded by the French and the people who use the layout, right? Like, wow, amazing, you know, love it. But then, you know, let's say you maybe are talking about Hangul sets. We, like, people in the West, the Korea boos, whatever you might say, you know, love it, you know, love Hangul sets, bro. Like, gotta gotta have my double consonants and all that. And but you know, Korean people are like, half of them are like, I've seen this in my entire life. I don't care for Hangul on sub legends. Right? So the reaction is just different wherever you go. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we see things, products, new products and stuff that satisfies everybody in the world, like out there, like, you know, different segments of the market. I would love to see more October stuff for sure. Like, we all have always hoped for it. I mean, Pro 3 was already a thing that kind of like happened, and that was nice, right? And then like Snow, okay, that was cool. And Snow keycaps being available, okay, that's nice, especially like the blings. I love the blings. But now what? Right? And so yeah, HHKB Studio is kind of like this branch out thing, right? But these stickers, super cute. Tiny new keycap, super cute, love it. I love Tiny's work in general. But yeah, I mean, neat looking board. Definitely not for everyone. But again, whoever saw it already knows, so no need to reiterate that too much. Yeah, they confirmed that their Topper stuff is gonna be the same as always. Same as always, no difference. Oh. Alright, let's get that side profile here captured on cam. Let's put these cool switches here. That's just for the thumbnail. Alright. Let's just wait for it. Boom. Alright. Sick. Alright, folks. I think that's all I got for today. It's been a long one. I didn't think that I was gonna go into the board. But I did. I hope that's okay. But yeah, how does it feel? Actually, it feels okay. Steel plate, a little tough. I do wish I had the option to change the plate, actually. Like an alu plate would be kind of nice, or a polycarb plate actually would be kind of nice on this. Plastic plate, enjoyers. I do. MX Black and PC could be kind of cool on this. PFU, if you can make a plate that I can just replace, that would be awesome. Please. But it'll be nice to replace the plate. I mean, steel is good too, though. I mean, I enjoyed steel plates for a while too myself, for a long time before I turned to other materials. Initially, when I entered the hobby. How's a nipple compared to a Lenovo? I don't have that much experience with one, but I mean, it's responsive. You can adjust the sensitivity and whatnot too, so it's kind of cool. But it's responsive. It's quite responsive. like clicking and that kind of stuff is okay, like not a problem. Yeah. So, yeah. You know, the nub actually works fine, and the gesture pads do too. Bluetooth right now, connected by Bluetooth right now, pretty good. Bluetooth seems to work seamlessly, just like they do in their hybrid, so that's good. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Gotta go do some other stuff. Oh, I see Mr. Teha Types is streaming. Wow. What's he doing? KBD8X Mark III. Stacy Smash also streaming. Spaceballs. I see Yuri also streaming. We can raid whomever. Alright, let's go raid, let's go raid someone we haven't raided before. I don't think I've raided Stacy before, so let's go raid Stacy. Smash. Alright, folks, I'm gonna wrap it up here, but I'll see you guys in the next one. I probably have might have either a climb board or it's going to be a reflection early this coming week. But yeah, this was it for the HHKB studio. Alright. Let's just say happy October. Alright, friends. Thank you again. I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. And alright, 69 nice viewers. Let's go raid Stacy. See ya guys. Take it easy. Have a good night. Bye bye.